Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Credit Plug channel, IGTV, YouTube. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and follow. So for today's video, I'm doing a little different topic. So this is something that I've sort of picked up or at least observed just throughout my experience working within the credit industry, and so this really boils back down to this misconception, or I guess this idea that credit is evil, credit is bad, you shouldn't get credit, you should stay as far away from credit as possible. And so I just wanted to give you my thoughts on that sort of ideology, because I know there's sometimes a reluctance for some individuals to try to build credit because they think that having credit is not a good thing. And so I just want to start off by saying that the way that I look at credit is in terms of leveraging, as well as I think sometimes that whole idea is based on a consumer point of view where you don't have any self-control, but if you have good self-control and you actually have good financial habits and you're responsible, then credit is a great thing. But on the other hand, I can definitely see if you don't have that self-control and you don't actually have the income, the cash flow to service the debt that you take on, then that can be a negative thing that you can get yourself into. But with that said, I've had, I could speak from, having no credit, having bad credit, as well as having good credit. And I'll take the good credit every day of the week, all day. So one of the reasons why is because when you're building credit, you're building a relationship with financial institutions, right? So you're building data, you're building a track record. So let's say one day, you come up with that great business idea, or you see a nice property that you might want to go invest in. Having good credit will allow you to seize that opportunity, whereas if you don't have any credit, you're going to be very limited. You're basically only going to be able to pursue what you have the means to, and then on top of that, just speaking from experience, having good credit versus not good credit, I could give you a ton of examples of where it's going to benefit you more. Case in point, let's say you want to get a vehicle. Most people don't have 20, 30, 40, $50,000 to just go buy a car cash. You could always get a second-hand used car, but it's not going to be as reliable. So the difference between you having good credit versus no credit, if you have good credit, you could walk into a dealership and not even have to put down barely any money to walk off the lot. But if you have bad or no credit, and you try to get a car loan, you're going to be paying high subprime auto loan rates, 23, 24% interest, and that's just going to eat up all of your your money. So another example, as far as buying a house, let's say you want to go purchase a home, but you don't have good credit, or you have no credit. If you have no credit, you're not going to get a mortgage because you don't have any data, right? So that's the difference between you being able to get a good mortgage rate at the at the lowest rate, because every 20-point difference decrease in your credit score is about a quarter point percentage increase in the mortgage rate that you're going to pay. So that's another example. And having good credit allows you to get into better neighborhoods, safer neighborhoods with better schools. It's the difference between you living in the hood versus you living in a nicer neighborhood. Difference between you even being able to rent an apartment, versus having to, rent a room off Craigslist, or try to do something under the table. That's the difference between having good credit and not. And even You know, when it comes to getting a job, let's say, you know, if you want to get a government job, a lot of times, you know, people will lose their job offers because they have poor credit. So, you know, that's just another reason why, you know, whoever said, you know, credit is bad is completely wrong. Building credit is probably the best thing that you can do because, I mean, I can personally attest to you the lives I've been able to change just by educating people on, you know, how to build credit. And then on top of that, you know, when you do have credit versus when you don't, let's say there's something that you want to do, right? Whether, let's say, example, start a business, you know, having good credit versus having no credit, you know, good credit, you know, what would have taken you, let's say, 10 steps to do with no credit or bad credit. With good credit, you're only making one step. So that's another, you know, it's going to save you time, it's going to save you headache. And then just having little to no credit or bad credit, I mean, it's going to cost you. I mean, there's a cost to having bad credit. So I don't, you know, if anyone has a different argument on why credit is bad, other than, you know, the points that I've made where, you know, if you have no self control or you're only thinking of it from a consumer point of view, we don't ever advocate, you know, just get these credit cards and this different credit and then just run it up and not pay for it. Obviously, you know, you have to have, you know, that income coming in to support, you know, the debt loads that you are taking. But aside from that, credit accounts, when they're in good standing over time, they increase in value. You know, that relationship increases. I mean, it's no different than having, you know, a good social reputation. Your credit is your financial reputation. So with good reputations, things, you know, things become more readily available to you by having that good relationship versus having no relationship. So yeah, that's all I wanted to share with this video. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. Until next time, y'all take it easy and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.